Hey guys, it's Matt and Joe with VMP's Tuning Tuesday, season, I'm terrible at this.
10.
Season 3, episode 10.
Right. Got you. Rotational check.
Rotational check?
I couldn't rotate last week. My knee was broke.
Let us know if you can hear us before we get into anything. If I get thumbs up that you can hear us, then we'll start talking about stuff. Until then, we'll just kind of hang out and do spins.
We're all fixed. We're all fixed here.
We're all good here?
We're all good here.
Well, I just want them to tell me the same thing.
That's what I'm hoping so.
You're on YouTube. I see a Corvette with a big turbo on it.
Jay Whitman says, "Here's us fine. Boss man, boss says, can hear everybody."
Yay!
Sick.
Hey, we're back.
Is it shooting to?
Facebook should be.
Is it shooting to YouTube?
Yep. I see us on YouTube, and that's where these people were commenting on.
Okay. Then my computer's just slow. Okay. So.
This week only, buy a supercharger, get a free pack of toilet paper.
TP for your bunghole.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, the coronavirus happened in
God, it's so annoying.
the past week.
God.
I went to Texas. I got sunburnt. That's the face stuff that's going on.
Sure.
But I was wearing a jacket, and well, yeah, this is the after effects of the T-virus. And I have a tan line here from where I had my sun protection sweatshirt on the whole time while it's 90 degrees out because I hate suntan lotion.
But it's necessary.
Yeah, you could argue that it's necessary.
It is necessary, says your face that has the cancer now.
Exactly. I have cancer of the face / T-virus / corona.
Oh my God.
And then you were... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Max Andreev says he loves your shirt.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's my 10 millimeter. It's missing.
It's gone.
My wife got this for me.
That's so sweet of her.
Yes, she did. I believe it was Father's Day. I don't remember why she got it for me, but she did.
I was passing by one of the shirt booths at TX2K, and it had it was like a little silhouette of Sasquatch, and a silhouette of the 10 millimeter socket with the 10 millimeter written on it, and it said, best match of hide and seek, like championship match of hide and seek.
Yeah. I saw that one about that airplane that got shot down and never found. And it said it was like 2015 hide and seek champion.
Yep.
Or whatever year that was. I was like, that's really wrong.
So you were going to go to Gator Nationals.
I didn't go to TX2K because I wanted to go to Gators because I've missed it for like 7 years because every year something happens. Like 1 year I was getting knee surgery, 1 year I was moving.
Just the sun's in your eyes, the year passed.
No, it's never been anything stupid. Well, I mean, it is stupid, but it's never been anything simple. It's always been like I legitimately couldn't go. Mm-hmm. So like this year, it was like a month ago. I told Amber, I was like, I am going to Gators. Like this is a thing. There's no way I'm not going. If the car is on fire, I'm walking. And then like the day before Gators, they're like, yeah, it's closed. I'm like, God.
At least it didn't tell you after you're already out there. Or you didn't like go early and get a hotel and all that stuff.
So, yeah, and then they shut down Texas Mile.
I was going to say, even if you went to Texas, you would have been...
Well, Joe was there.
No, I was there. So, out at Texas, so I went out there Wednesday, and I was out there Thursday. Uh-huh. And Thursday, they were doing all of the, kind of like, not test and tune. Yeah, kind of test and tune, kind of qualifying, and... After the cars were teched in for the roll racing class, I went to the driver's meeting for that with a couple friends, and in that meeting they had discussed that they're not shutting the event down.
Right,
said he'd got a bunch of emails and all this shit.
Like that.
Well, no, that was even later.
Right. But
at that point in time, he's like, "Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of messages. We're not closing the event down." And then apparently the mayor reached out to him. I think it was Friday. Either Thursday night or Friday morning.
Yeah, something like that.
And said, hey, we got to figure something out with this. This isn't cool. Something to that effect. And I guess through their conversation, they figured they need to deter all spectators from coming out. And the only people that were allowed in were people that had VIP passes, crew passes, racer badges, or like essential personnel to the race team.
So we would have got in because we were...
Yeah.
Because
I got in
because Justin and Rebecca were out there.
Exactly, and I had already gotten in because I had I think it was like $125 for the event, or $150 for the event. But you get a little VIP badge, and it lets you go certain places, and you get certain things. But if you got a VIP badge, aka if you paid $125 to go to the event, or $150, you were fine.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Then you had to see a C8 break.
I actually did not get to see the C8 break. I think we left just before the C8 broke because that was like the end of the night. End of the night.
What was the coolest car you saw?
it's hard to beat the Lambos.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much unlimited money. Let's throw a pro mod underneath the skin of this Lambo and see what it does.
Yeah,
I mean, they're running billet transfer cases, billet blocks, billet heads, billet dips.
Billet all the things, but they're awesome.
Like, I feel like someone 3D scanned the entire drivetrain. I'm like, here, CNC this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if they did that, but the stuff in them's awesome.
Yeah,
they make crazy power.
You have to respect them.
The first pass the red car made off the trailer was 236. And 14 to 1600 feet.
They're 2,500 plus horsepower at this point.
Oh, they'd have to be. It's crazy.
I remember years ago when they were making 15, and it was like...
Yeah, and they're going like 190 in the roll, and it's like, wow!
I know, now look at them.
All right, questions. Bossman 12 Boss. Somebody said they shut down the Texas Mile. So the Texas Mile wasn't this weekend. It was TX2K. It's kind of a different...
He's talking about.
I know that he's put out some posts in the past that the fan heat exchanger is a restriction and it's going to hurt you in some way, shape, or form. That is not the shared experience we've had here.
Correct. If you just received your Gen 2R, just put it on the car and enjoy it.
Yeah, just go have some fun with it. Try not to get stuck in the minutia. That kit's been out forever and it works, and it works great.
It works very well.
All right, so...
This is Bad Boss Racing, Saw an American Muscle, where your NA custom tune is a 189. If I buy it, will that include tuning through the HP Tuner's N gauge for my boss to keep the track key, or will I have to pay extra for the credits?
You have to pay extra for credits.
You will have to pay for credits, unfortunately. And will the N gauge do? Yeah, that'll do track key. Right?
It should, but I don't know for a fact. It's one of those things where I've been asked many times about it, but I've never personally verified it.
Correct.
So I don't want to say whether or not it will.
So so the price sounds right, but yeah, you will have to pay. I believe it's $100 in credits.
Mm-hmm. And then Travis Dean, can you tune out my coronavirus? Also, Joe, you getting a Silver Fox soon? So the coronavirus, if you can get me a World War II era German flamethrower, I think I can tune the coronavirus out of you.
Facts.
And in the Silver Fox stuff, I need to sell that red car first. I thought I had someone on the line for the red car, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Can we, so like this week only, can we ship coronavirus tunes?
I don't know. Maybe we should. Jason Reffer, if I were to order a Gen 3 kit for a 15 Mustang, how long would it take to ship out? I need something to do
during the quarantine. We were just talking about this, where everyone's going to be working on their cars.
Exactly. You'd have to reach out to sales to see what the current ship times are for the 2015 Gen 3 kits.
We got knockdown kits yesterday.
Yeah, I know that we got some stuff yesterday. I don't know if it was everything for that.
I think we're okay, but you call sales and find out.
Yep. All right, you got Max.
Oh, Max. Who was this? Max Andreev? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you. Need a few car parts to go along with this coronavirus free time, as I have to stay home for 2 to 3 weeks.
There you go.
Where'd you go? Oh my God, it's all gone. Send me all you have. See, that's what we're talking about. Everyone's gonna have all this free time to build race cars.
All I know is I just better see orders coming through if all you guys are saying you got all this time to build race cars.
I don't.
We're
fortunate enough we can tune race cars from home.
Yeah, but here we are at work.
Well, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to.
Oh, God.
It's okay. Ashley,
because I like seeing your smiling face.
She's starting to see symptoms, so...
Fantastic. So we're all going over to your house?
No, I think that means that if Ashley's showing symptoms now, that I've probably already given it to all of you.
Excellent.
So
I don't care.
Yay!
Joe killed us all.
Yay!
Power.
Chris Helms, power tuning advantage of MS-109 over 93 with Boustain 17 Gen 3. So
generally more stable.
Yeah.
I think MS-109 is a little bit more octane. I think it's like 102, 103?
Yeah, and that would obviously depend on how much Boustain you're mixing in with your 93, because you can mix up to
Brian's dying over there.
He's totally dying. Is it one that's coming?
It's a good comment.
All right, you got to put it on the list.
Brian loves you guys.
Bossman 12 Boss asked if we're getting the 5-foot distance apart from each other that they recommend.
Yeah. Inches, feet, same thing. Right?
We actually have a bench, and we just all sit on the bench in the tuning office.
The same bench, and we share the same mouses and the same keyboards.
We use the same, if we sneeze,
use the
we
same
use the same
toothbrushes.
handkerchief. And
Oh my God.
But to more directly answer Chris Helm's question, if you're on a higher boost setup, we'd be more willing to throw some ignition advance at it. If you're on a lower boost setup, it's probably going to end up being the same.
Yeah.
And that's...
I got an idea, Joe.
What's up?
That's what we're going to sell this week. We're going to sell the coronavirus tune where you're guaranteed to be at least 5 foot in front of the next guy.
Oh, bother.
When you're racing them.
It adds 10 people to your car.
Sometimes called the gap tune, only this time it's going to be the corona tune because you got to keep that distance.
Oh, man.
See?
That's solid marketing.
Yeah, solid. GQ Greer, how much power do you guys think a P1SE Pro Charger M6 S550 on 11 pounds, FFE, and 18 intake makes to the wheels 93 and on 93 in boosting? On 11 pounds, if you're like a 331 car, probably 630.
Yeah, 630, and if it's on boosting, 7.
Yeah, 670 to 700.
Yep.
Maybe even a bit more depending on how
Done
aggressive your tuner is
plenty
getting.
of those.
Yeah. Mario Madrigali, I think it is. Sorry, Mario. Felt like the only blower car in a turbo world. Made it to the semifinals, though. Got outran by a turbo coyote. I know. I was rooting for you, man. There's a lot of turbo cars out there.
Turbo the world.
I don't know if you were going against Shrek, a.k.a. Oscar Morin, or not. I don't remember which car you were going against.
How'd Toro do?
I think he did decent. I don't remember seeing his last pass, so I don't know.
I didn't know.
I don't know if he just got outran by a turbo car or what.
I didn't even know he made the event because I didn't.
What I hate is the speed video. You have to pay for it now. Really? So like I went to go. Yeah.
I feel like speed. Oh wait, nobody's racing anyway. So I feel like speed video should be free during the coronavirus outbreak. But nobody's actually racing to watch. So.
What sucks is I went to go look for like certain races to see them again, and like to look for that Taurus, the blue old Gen 2 Taurus SHO that was there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
That thing is so cool.
I couldn't get to it because it's like, yeah, you need a subscription. I'm like, what? This is racing. Why are you trying to bend me over here, dude? I'm just trying to look at race cars.
You know why, honestly, probably?
Why?
Because jerks like 19-year-old Bry are probably going on there and stealing that stuff and putting it on their YouTube pages
Probably.
and stuff. Yep. So
losing all the ad.
Up. Yep. They put a paywall up so that they get all the income so that no one on YouTube is getting it.
I feel like all they have done is created an opening for someone else to come in and do it for less or free.
Ooh. Maybe. Someone's YouTube channel would just be them streaming races.
Right, that's what I feel like they've opened themselves up. They're going to play the capitalist game. They're going to play the capitalist game.
Yeah, it's like Motor Trend. I won't pay for on-demand Motor Trend. I refuse.
We'll see. I understand why they did it, but I didn't subscribe.
Yeah. Bad Boss Racing. I have it tuned with a different company at the moment, and it does keep the track key, just the tuner. I have now is terrible. The tuner I have now is terrible and want a good tune like yours. All right, cool. Keon Cohen.
We can do this, provided you don't have any underlying mechanical issues.
Yes. A lot of people like to blame their tuner when something else is wrong. That's not saying that's specifically the case with you, but...
That's kind of our first question. We get a tune there where I'm tuned by XYZ,
all right,
and I'm unhappy, and we go, why?
What's wrong?
Why? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Because, especially if XYZ is a well-known tuner, who we don't consider dumb.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right.
Wait a minute.
Keon Cohen, my girlfriend has a 1950 and wants to use my twin turbo setup off my 16 5-liter. Would there be extra parts needed, or would the Hellion kit work for her car also? The kit made 800 plus on my 16
I believe the S550 kits are almost all the same.
Yeah, I don't...
Because that's a low mount kit anyway. Or wait, no, the twin kits.
That'd be a high mount if it's 15-16, unless he bought a sleeper kit for his 15-16 and he's wondering if it'll work on a 19.
I'm pretty sure, I can't guarantee it, I'm pretty sure it'll bolt on. Maybe there might be some mounting points for intercooler and stuff. It's a little bit different, but all in all, you should be all right.
And we got Joel Steen. Joe, I was curious, how do you feel about going to the next larger pulley on the 18 Roush kit, dropping boost to say 10 pounds versus what comes in the kit, but still running the supplied injectors, a boost pump, and your larger heat exchanger with a VMP tune I'm using Engage? I don't think that's a bad idea. I think you're going to give up some torque down low, but it's going to help your IAT situation a bit, which is, in my opinion, a good thing.
Yeah, we've never done any data on that, but we've always talked about that. We're almost like dropping the boost, but letting it stay into DI, and because it runs so much more timing in DI. We've always talked about running a lower boost level if it would actually make the same power, just because you could get so much more timing in it without running out of DI.
Exactly, and then you can keep the cats happy and stuff like that.
You coughed 6 feet.
Who coughed?
Was that you? Who coughed? Was that you? That was you.
It was me?
I don't know. Who coughed?
It may have been me.
I think it was you.
I clear my throat a lot too.
That's you.
Let me clear my throat.
Well, you had the corona last week. So Brian gave it to you.
He didn't give it to me.
Oh.
Ashley gave it to me.
Where'd she get it from? You better start asking
She
questions.
got it from the bank.
You better start asking
She's
questions.
playing with that money all day. Licking it
The
and
milkman.
stuff.
The milkman or the pool guy?
Thankfully, I have neither.
Do you know who
If anything, it'd be the Hello Fresh deliveries from UPS.
There you go.
Do you know who the comedian Theo Vaughn is?
No.
Not offhand.
He's got it's a real quick one-liner joke that's like, he's like, I hate Denny's, bro. Like, it just tastes like eggs and disappointment. Like, every time you go, he goes, and everything's sticky. It's like
He's
the
not
air,
wrong. The floor.
air, the pie, the silverware if you're running there and lick them.
I like it.
I like Waffle House over. I saw something that says if you're rated at Waffle House, you're immune to coronavirus.
I hop, you hop, we hop. Mario Madrigal ran Michael Chamberlain, got me by car. Ah, that sucks.
We can fix that. So he had the corona tune.
Apparently. Bad Boss Racing, well, he refuses to tune my car for the headers I just installed. He says I'm fine running the cold air intake tune I was given at the start. Well, he's not entirely wrong. I don't know what he's doing in the tune, but you actually don't have to do a lot for headers.
No, there's not a whole lot. There's some stuff that you should do, but at the same time, you don't have to do.
There's things that you should do if you're going about making a tune for it, but the car will start running dry fine and be completely safe even without a tune update for headers.
So it's the sleeper kit. So yeah, then I think you got a pretty good chance of making it work. Again, the only thing I don't know about is the intercooler mounting and stuff. I don't know if the mounting points are different on an 18.
I think the extension harnesses, if it uses them, would be different. 18 compared to
Probably.
15 to 17 for the O2 sensors and stuff, but I don't recall if that kit actually uses extension harnesses.
Jeremy, hey.
Hey, Matt and Joe, and then the love eyes. We love you too, Jeremy.
Yes, we do.
The next question, there's more to it. I'm getting it right now.
Okay, we'll just hold up.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
That's Neil, by the way, the next question.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Awkward silence.
Sorry, I'm getting it.
Oh, look, Miata Hellcat. What a cool car.
Okay, there's Neil's.
He's there.
Aha, there it is. I found it. All
What are you looking
go
for?
back. I was trying to find our video.
Oh.
What's up, guys? Need 1,200 horsepower Coyote. What is needed for this build? I guess I hope he means build Gen 1 engine. After the build, I will need a job. So if you want to make 1,200 tire, probably put a set of twins on it.
And a set of sleeves.
Yeah, it's an unsleeved engine, so yeah, it would need
I would put
sleeves to do
sleeves in
that,
it.
really. And then Keon Cohen, since this virus, we will have plenty of time to work on our cars. Her turbo S550, and what would you recommend to auto swap my 14 GT500 right now? It makes 18 PSI, 961, 893. I'd get with,
swap it.
yeah, I'd get with Power by the Hour, have them do a 4R200 setup for it.
Yep.
Or 4R200 would probably be the best fitting trans for that. But if you call them and talk to either Frank or
Is this supposed to be VMP, not VMK?
BMKP. Talk to Christian or Frank Perdomo or basically anyone over there and just see what's best for your car. They handle a lot of the auto swap GT500 stuff, so they'd be able to point you in the right direction and do the install and everything for you.
Yep.
Carl Condon, what do the initials VMKP stand for? I've never heard anyone say
No, I think he
what they
meant
stand for.
VMP.
Yeah, I know. I just like messing with people. So it's Velocity Mustang Performance.
Don't feel bad. I worked here and I didn't know what it meant.
Yep.
I asked Joe, like on the second week I worked here, I went, what the hell does this stand for anyway?
Yep.
I right, here's coming in hot for Casati.
Oh
Oh
God.
man.
Specifically for Casati.
Is it pics?
Jesus Christ. Oh God, that is an inside joke and a half. What is that?
Well, you gotta say it.
I gotta read it?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah, you
read
gotta
it.
give
Can you please ask Matt what his thoughts are on the yelling deer video? I'm going to find the maker of the video, and I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to stab Jeremy because I'm so tired of seeing
Is
this.
it stuck in your head or something?
He keeps sending it to me over and over and again. So then I started boycotting it, so I wouldn't click on it. So then he started hiding the video inside
Like
other
Bitly links
videos.
and stuff?
Yes. So then I
like this guy.
And then I quit looking at. If he sent me a video, I would not look at the video at all, and I just started deleting it. So then he started posting them on my timeline, and I won't look at them, and I'm deleting them. So now he has resorted to using the live feed to
Talk about the video.
to talk about the yelling deer.
He said, right after that, he said, OMG, read my comment. He was like getting anxious. And then right after that, he said, I can't handle this stress.
That's Jeremy.
And then as soon as you commented on it, he said, hey!
Well played.
I love him. I guess I have to watch the yelling deer so you know what we're talking about. It's this very short, like 1 second or 2 second clip of this deer, and it's like its head goes back and it like yells.
Is it a thing that I can show real fast?
Yeah, I don't know how to find it. I just go to my Facebook feed.
Hold on, I'll just see if I can.
Just like yelling deer clip.
Yeah, you guys keep going.
I got you.
This is
Well,
fantastic.
we're on the last question, so
Anyway.
Oh, that was the last question? Hold on,
Yeah.
I'll find some more.
Okay. I was gonna say I can look it up.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on my timeline because
Yeah,
he tried to post them last night.
Is it EA or
K-E-S-
AS?
K-E-S-A.
We are out of questions for a second. Luis said, "What?" He called us on it. He said, "Why is it Velocity Mustang Performance?"
Yeah, so that was a
I
thing
didn't
where we already
name
before we worried about the branding side of things with tuning superchargers performance and all that stuff we did a couple of years ago. The company was
There
just
it is
called
right there.
VMP.
I can see it. I can see it from
was
here.
just VMP tuning, and that would make it Velocity Mustang Performance Tuning. But when we started doing everything and not just tuning, that's when the brand name needed
There it
to
is.
develop a bit more.
This is my life right
Brian's
there.
got us.
This has been my life for like 2 weeks. The yelling deer.
Okay.
So,
Are we ready?
yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. We're
Hit me with it.
live.
Is it gonna play? See?
Sounds like it's going Super Saiyan.
Like that. That's it. That is the yelling deer right there. This is my life. He sends it to me constantly. Conversation with the man because you're getting the yelling deer in the middle of the conversation.
I feel like I need the video of the deer that's on the play place thing making the like beat noise as it's like running through.
Oh, I was fucking with last night. I told him that I made an app that automatically deletes deer videos, and he kept sending it to me.
I'll send it to you later.
Oh,
I won't get illuminated.
he got me fair and square because I didn't think he was going to send me deer videos on the live feed. I've successfully not watched him for 2 days.
He says straight up dying.
Anyway, hey, Chuck's car. His car looks really good
It does.
because he got it all
Looks so much
painted and
better.
stuff. The only thing that's sad is that he's got all the nice carbon fiber things that are painted now, so you can't tell that they're carbon fiber.
I think he left the front lip carbon fiber still.
Did he? I didn't
Yeah.
look at it up close. So that's the only thing. That's kind of one of the things that stopped me from ever getting carbon on mine. Is like I feel like
You
once you
just have
get
to cover it
carbon,
up.
you can't cover it.
You could just be low key carbon.
But then you spend, like I said, you spend all that money for carbon, then you painted it.
Technically, Chuck is low-key carbon.
It's got a low key on it. What's up?
Should we do Mongolian throat singing now?
Wait till we'll have Corona. We'll get real. We'll be.
Yeah, we'll
sound really good.
No questions are rolling in.
Mike Snook.
That's
Joe,
'cause-
been a while since I last checked in. I'll scroll through here, see if I can find anything. What do we got? Yeah, that's it. Let's go over to the face space.
The face space.
There's nothing going
Face
on.
space. There's nothing on the face space either?
Good
All
old
right.
MySpace. I remember MySpace. Remember when you could like HTML your shit? Remember that?
Yep. In Java.
You can HTML and Java your own little MySpace thing. It was so
It
nice.
was good times. You could code your own stuff on your webpage.
Yeah. I never really learned the HTML, so I remember there was like you could pay people to do it for you.
You can pay Michelle to do it for you.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
I'll take this little lull period here to tell people to keep an eye out on the YouTube channel for Joe and Chuckles. Chuck, our sales director.
Our video that we did the other day.
Video's coming out.
Nice.
Track Attack Q&A, little ride along.
That's
answering
right.
All those,
you guys did do that.
the
all
most
those
popular questions on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Facebook, all around.
That we got regarding Track Attack and the recent engine transplant and stuff like that.
Do you have a question for us, Brian?
I know it'd be a good time.
Oh man.
He didn't think about it, but that's okay.
It's true I didn't, but I'm sure I could come up with something.
While you think of that, I'll answer straight from the sheet.
There you go.
You must.
Keon Cohen. Auto swapping my GT500, would that hurt my top end and help my launches?
Well, obviously.
Or other way around, because that's my fear. So I don't think auto swapping the car is going to hurt top end at all. If you had to shift it at $5,000 because it's auto, then yeah, that's going to hurt your top end. The only thing it'll hurt is your heart when you put it on the dyno and you see that it doesn't make as much power at the wheels as it did before.
Yeah, but even then, a
think it's gonna be
4R200
faster
with a
all the way
locked
around.
up converter. Oh wait, no, the 200s don't lock up, do they?
I think you can get lockup in a 4R200.
I thought they got rid of the lockup.
Maybe. I'd have to
Because I remember that was one of Lund's issues when they first were doing it, is they couldn't get a Circle D that worked without the lockup. Or maybe because that was in that big power car.
Maybe it was in the big power car, but I'm fairly certain you can do a lockup converter with a 4R200.
Okay, I've never messed with one, I couldn't tell you. Anyway, as long as you can lock convert up, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
then straight line racing, people are dying over corona disease. I don't think that's cool to make a joke about. When you get it, let's keep it car related.
That's kind of what we do, though.
Yeah, I'd advise you to stay in your lane. There's diseases that people die from every day that people joke about.
Thank you.
So I'd
say
just stay in your lane. Lewis, voluntarily making ponies. I like it. That could also be an acronym you could use to describe VMP.
Voluntarily making ponies.
Yes. Keon Cohen, why have a good launch if my top end will be total crap?
I didn't say that.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Keon
Your
Cohen,
overall top speed will be about the same.
Really? So I won't be close to 1,000? Man, that's the goal. So stop worrying about observed horsepower at the wheels.
Yeah.
Because you can leave the e-brake up and observe less horsepower at the wheels. You can do stuff to reduce parasitic drag and increase observed horsepower at the wheels.
Yeah.
You need to focus on like a
the car
ET or mile an hour goal.
The car will be significantly faster.
Like a lot faster.
Like a lot faster with an auto, despite dynoing slightly lower.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what you should be looking for when adding performance to your car is making it faster. And making it faster is what makes it fun. If you were to take your car to the track right now, I don't know what's done to your, I know that you make 900 something horsepower. If you took your car to the track right now and you ran 12.0 at 135, you'd be pissed because you'd be running slower than what people have run a stock GT500 to. But if you took your car to the track with an auto making 600 wheel and you ran 1050 at 142, you'd be pretty happy about it.
Yeah. I can use mine. It's kind of in the same concept where I had a manual. I had my car was originally an MT82 car. Mm-hmm. So and these were not spectacular times by any means, but back in the day, I remember the car made 900 to the tire through the MT82, and it went 10.0s with 900 to the tire, and then I didn't change anything. But I put the 400 in it. Now, I understand it's not a lockup, but I switched to an automatic, so I went to a turbo 400. Yeah. I went from 10.0s to 9.0s, but I made 100 less horsepower. I went from 900 to the tire to 800 to the tire. So
sounds about right.
I lost 100 horsepower through the automatic, but I picked up a full second because I wasn't shifting the car and I could get the car to 60 foot. So that's kind of a comparison. Actually, reality it was like 9.1, but still. The point is that I dynoed significantly less horsepower, but I went significantly faster because I went from a manual to an auto. So
I can see it.
And I didn't change anything. Nothing. No fuel, no boost, nothing. Just removed it, put it in.
I like it.
So
let's see if we got any more on Face Spacey. Am I still on Face Spacey?
You're on Face.
You got it?
You're on the My Book?
Yeah, I have a question too.
Ooh, he got his question.
He's ready.
Fire away.
All right, so sorry for clearing my throat on
There
my
it is
Let
again.
me clear my throat.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a weird song.
So I hear you guys. I like just walking around the office, right? I hear all this talk about.
He's eavesdropping. You hear that?
I am.
He is.
I listen
He's
to
using both his ears at all times.
Yeah, all times. So like I hear all kinds of talk about like a credit system, right?
Yes.
What is this in reference to, and what do the credits do? 'Cause I have no
So
idea.
credits is in reference to HP tuners, and the credits
Yes.
are like tokens. So let's say you go to the arcade, you exchange your quarters or your bills of monetary value for something that doesn't carry any value in the open marketplace.
I got you. Okay.
You're exchanging it for value within a separate marketplace.
Within this company.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So HP tuners being that separate marketplace, you have to convert your US dollars into tokens or credits
Okay.
in order to flash your car or play a game.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
So
I
it's
get
their way of capturing money without holding it as physical money.
Yeah.
They capture the money and convert it to a token system.
Yeah, the reason they do that is because...
I was just gonna say why. Yeah.
So the reason they do that is SCT makes a tool. So SCT is making the money off of selling the tool. HP Tuners does not make a tool. They don't make any money from selling you a tool because they don't make a tool. The N-Gage is made by eMotion. That's not HP Tuners.
Okay.
So HP Tuners, the only way that they can capitalize on tuning, since they can't sell you a tool, is they sell you the permission to tune a car. The credits are nothing more than permission.
Oh,
They
to
are
use
what
their
allows you to
software?
press
Yes.
start on tuning the car.
Yes.
Okay.
That is their monetary system, which
see.
that is your unlocks.
Okay.
So you say you want to tune your car, they say, okay, that's going to be 2 tokens, 2 credits. You purchase the 2 credits, that unlocks your PCM, and then from that point on, you can tune your car
With their software.
Okay.
with their software.
Yep.
I got you. No, that makes complete sense. All right.
And then like they do make a tool now, the RTD tool.
Which they do, which
right,
still
which
uses tokens.
Yep, which still uses tokens.
So now they're double dipping.
Yep.
Now, say could I then now everyone on the internet, my bad guys. I'm just digital media boy. I don't really know a whole lot, but like, then can you use like again super basic? I know nothing. Can you use like an N-Gage and also like HP tuners at the same time, or is that used?
So in order to tune an N-Gage, at least with the stuff we have available to us, you have to use HP tuners.
You have to use HP tuners. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, HP Tuners writes the software, writes the tunes that go into the N-Gage.
Yep, and it's a special N-Gage file when you do that.
Oh, okay, okay.
So N-Gage is making money off of making the tool and selling the tool, and HP Tuners is making money for the software
For
that makes the
vehicle
tune.
flashing and
I
stuff.
get it. Okay.
And then we're making money for using those tools to
because we don't
Make a
use
file for
yeah.
something.
So you're paying you're paying 3 of us.
Why is tuning so much? You're paying a lot of people for a lot of stuff they put a lot of money into developing.
Yeah.
it, but you're getting a good end result.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're getting a great
Yeah.
end result.
You go from your car running like crap because you changed a bunch of crap,
Right.
to your car running good.
Yeah. And that's why
It's
we
the
paid Joe
overall
and
goal.
Statistically.
It keeps the lights on.
Matt. Yeah. Okay.
And we
Question
have
answered.
Keon Cohen. Okay, that's right. My fastest pass so far is 984 at 149. So yeah, you got a point. I'd love to at least run a low 9-second pass. Thank you guys.
Yeah. So a
Y'all
149
know
trap
how-
speed. So doing an auto swap, you're immediately going to run a bottom 9.
Yeah,
at a
it'd
149
probably take a
trap
half
speed.
second off.
Yeah, it'll take at least a half a second off the car.
Yep. And Chris Helms, can shift RPM points be different for each gear ratio in a 6R80, i.e. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4?
Yes.
Yeah, we can set it wherever we want.
We can do what you need.
We can do whatever you like. Just try not to get too far into the woods on it. Most of the stuff that we do in what we consider to be our base files is 90% of what
Yeah.
people like.
Yeah. I mean,
We
it's
can do all
already
sorts of crazy
optimized.
crap.
And I mean, honestly, there's really not, unless you're doing something really specific, there's really no reason to like shift 1, 2 at 65 and 2, 3 at 7 and then 3, 4 at 75.
Yeah, exactly.
Generally, the car is going to be, because the gear drop across most of the gears is about the same, generally speaking, and your horsepower is about the same, generally speaking, you're going to want to shift every gear at the same RPM. That's going to give you your fastest pass.
Yep. And
So-
that's the fastest result.
And Dan.
And Dan.
No, and Dan.
So we have Jeremy. Oh, it's Jeremy on there.
Still?
Yeah, he's having a good time.
There's one more on. Did you guys answer the one on Facebook? Jason.
That's what I'm looking for now.
I can just read it.
Jason Roffer?
Yeah, the bottom one.
What is peak power or RPM for a Gen 1 with an 18 intake, long tubes, and free-flowing exhaust? Probably somewhere around 7,500, depending on.
Yeah, it's going to go flat. It's going to go flat between 73 and 75, and it's going to stay flat for a little while, and it's going to start dropping off.
Yep. Whereas with the stock intake manifold, I think it starts feathering down around 69 to 7,000 RPM.
Correct.
And then Neil Thomas joined. Hi, Neil Thomas.
Hey, we know him.
Yep. For some reason, I refer to him as Thomas Neil. I don't know if he just has his name backwards on Facebook or something.
Rotational check.
There.
Oh, yep.
So we'll go over to YouTube.
You just want to do that last one? And we'll
Do you guys do boost by gear on a single turbo S550?
We don't have
We typically don't.
You can. No, you can't.
So with an aftermarket boost controller that has the ability to monitor or calculate gear ratio, you could do something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't do it with a tune. You can because you can do throttle manipulation.
One could argue on an S550, if it's manual, you can change requested torque per gear.
Yes.
And if you have everything scaled right, you could thereby do boost by gear, but that's not
It's
really
hard to do
how
on a
that
turbo
works.
car. It's hard to do on a
Yeah,
turbo
car because boost is regulated via wastegate, unlike a blower car where it's regulated via throttle.
You could technically do boost by gear on a blower car because you can manipulate throttle position, which is going to be a fixed value. Turbo cars are going to be hard.
Yeah, that's almost like an aftermarket, like either boost leash or AMS 1000 type thing.
Thomas Neal says it's backwards on purpose.
Ah, okay. I feel you, Thomas. I feel you.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
And Keon Cohen, boost by gears, I've heard that before. What exactly is that? Just wondering, is that something you would recommend for me or my girlfriend car? No.
No.
I'd say
That's
for 90% of people, that's not a thing they have to worry about, especially stock engine S550 stuff.
The boost by gear is real popular on roll racing guys that are traction limited and they want to do their 40 to 140s and they can't hook in second. So
because they have all seasons on it.
Yeah, so they want to be able to run 10 pounds in second gear and 15 pounds in third gear and then 30 pounds in fourth and
yeah, if you were really going to do it, and what is in my opinion right, it wouldn't be boost by gear. It'd be targeting a lateral G or I guess it might be longitudinal G. Targeting a set G-force on a surface, maximum G-force on a surface, and peel power out or pour power in until it starts spinning, and then peel power out and put it back in, and just maintain that.
Or use a drive shaft speed sensor, target a drive shaft speed acceleration rate, and have the entire system manipulated via the computer.
Yep.
Which we call Hollies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where
or standalones.
That's where Holly comes in.
Lewis said standalone. Yeah, that's about the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Motec, Holly, ECU Master.
AM.
Yep.
I have not used an ECU Master. Is that the one you were showing me today?
Yeah, that's the one I showed you the other day. I was using their software yesterday, and it looks pretty user-friendly.
I'm going to have to wander around.
Or Mega Squirt. If you're really looking to make your life hard.
It's not that it...
Oh yeah, that's not me.
It is powerful. It really is powerful software.
Yeah.
It's just not... Oh, God.
And then Keon Cohen. Yeah, that's not me. My gear ratio helps me with roll racing. I believe I have 410 gears. I'd get those out. In a 900-something wheel GT500, you're really going to
especially if you're in a 6 or 80, that damn thing.
Yeah, I'd put 355s or 331s in it, depending on what your mile an hour goal is in the quarter. And Lewis, will you tune standalone?
Alien?
Get with us on the setup first. We kind
of pick and choose.
Yeah, we choose our battles on standalones. We want it to be a system we're familiar with, and B, a setup that we think is going to be a successful combination for you and a successful combination.
We want to be able to give you the outcome that you want.
Yeah, especially if you drop standalone money.
Yeah, if the hardware is not there to support what you want, then we're not going to go down the road and have you upset with us. So we
got this one.
We will tune almost all the things. Who is it? Which one is this? Oh, Marnimal?
Yeah.
Marnimal 72. I bought a 14 GT with a Gen 2R and 67mm throttle body. The cruise control is gone. Is that something that can be hooked up, or do I have to live without cruise control?
I would see
That's
who's
odd.
tuning it, because I know
Yeah.
exactly what does that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Speaking globally, if you don't have an ABS or traction control sensor light on, or not sensor light, if you don't have an ABS or traction control light on, that's usually the wrong strategy was put on the car.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Joe
So
taught me something.
if you flash an 11,
I can go around to the other side of the desk.
If you flash an 11-12 strategy on a 13-14, you'll lose cruise control.
I didn't know that.
And then Brandon, yo Brandon. Carl Condon, is staying mode still coming down to pick up his Mustang, and will you be able to rent a local track to run it with him? I know that the tracks can't be open to spectators. I don't know what the deal is with staying mode.
I don't know.
Out of that circle, I'll be tuning the car, but that's my only.
Everything is a mess right now.
Yeah. This
company siesta.
COVID stuff's got everything.
I was going to
screwed up.
say, just for staying mode things, I don't think we have official word yet, but I would say just for any fans looking for him to show up here down on our YouTube channel or anything, just don't be shocked if it doesn't happen, at least for a little while until this whole pandemic thing slows down a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he wants to do a whole lot of traveling. We haven't, I don't think we've gotten word
Nobody
from
does.
him.
It's a pain in the ass right now.
So, yeah, it's just who does want to do traveling?
Yeah, I know that we were all
Not just
kind of
him, yeah.
we were all kind of sweating whether or not we'd be able to get a plane back from Texas to Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
At least Texas isn't a bad place to be stuck.
Yeah,
It could be worse.
It's a
It could
lot
be
like
like
Florida.
It could be like Minnesota or something. And,
Yeah, it'd be
ugh.
terrible. No offense to people from Minnesota.
Eh,
We're from Florida, so it's different for us.
most of them don't want to live there either.
Most people in Florida don't really want to live in Florida either. So
I feel like most people in Montana are there because they want the freedom. America.
I can't blame them.
John Smith.
I'm looking at it hard.
What procedures do you recommend on running E85 in cold climates? If I store it for a few months, should I put some stabilizer in it or should I drain it?
Always keep stabilizer in it.
Yeah, but be careful about what stabilizer you choose to put in
Lucas
it.
Green works amazing.
Yeah, Lucas Green stabilizer.
Lucas Green stabilizer, the stuff that's made.
Maybe
for
they
ethanol.
should get those lawnmower caps that have the little cartridge.
The
in them.
auto drips.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were popular for like a year. Thank God, that was the worst idea ever.
Oh damn! And then we've got Marnimal. Thanks. So he was saying thank you to you.
You're welcome.
And me, I guess, answering that question. Keon Cohen, okay, goal set for at least a solid 9.1 to 9.3 second pass around 155 mile an hour. Gear ratio changes are a must, especially with auto swapping. So I need to know what size back tire you have in order to calculate
I would
that
not.
for you.
I don't think a 410 is going to be.
To me, 410 with a 6RE is a real bad idea. If you have a...
Keep in mind that it doesn't have a 1-to-1.
It doesn't technically have a 1-to-1, but all my calculators are set up for that. That's not a big deal.
I know. Well, I was telling for
if
rear
he's trying to
gear,
calculate it?
for rear
Yeah.
gear purposes, he's trying to go over 150 with a 410 on a 28-inch tall tire. He's going to run on RPM.
Yeah, exactly. In addition to that, when you're going to a 6R80, if you leave it at 6R80 and you don't go 4R200, you have a 417 to 1 first gear.
You will never put
So
a tire on that car.
your first gear ratio is going to be
It's
insane.
going to be absurd, and it's going to spin
Yeah.
constantly.
But in order to tell you what trap speed would be suitable for that transmission and a gear ratio to pair with that, I need to know what size rear tire you'd be running out at the track.
Backs.
And
Lots of
John
backs.
Smith, where'd he go? There he is. John Smith, and put 93 in it? No, not necessarily. If you use a fuel
No.
stabilizer, you could leave the E85 in it.
Yeah.
Just make sure that fuel stabilizer is set up for ethanol, and then...
Yeah,
if
usually,
you
like I
want
said,
to, you
it's a
could put
clear
93
bottle,
in it.
green liquid, sold by Lucas, works amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would not recommend this by any means, but I had E85 sit in my tank for 2 years, and I started the car with it because I had stabilizer in it before I stored it, and it was a build that wasn't supposed to take that long, and it did.
It happens sometimes.
And then I also pulled the pumps out just to check, and they looked brand new. They weren't sludged up or anything like that.
That
So,
works.
That made me a believer.
And now you believe. And then John Smith, if I get a Gen 2 or Boss 302 short block, is there any machining like torque plate honing or decking need to be done? If you get a completely assembled short block, you shouldn't have to do anything to it.
Yeah, as long as the short block is still in good running condition, there's nothing you should have to do to it.
That is a weird size rear tire. So Brandon,
He meant to say
Boosting is great.
275.
Yeah. So the value just gave us 375. We'll assume that that's 275. That's just the section width of the tire. That has nothing to do with the
345.
overall height. Okay, so even 345. 345 is still the section width of the tire. In order
Correct.
to calculate overall diameter, you need. Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
So to calculate
275.
So to calculate the overall tire diameter, which is what I need to do to calculate what gears you need to have in the trans for it to, or the gears you need in the rear end for it to work well with the trans. 275 is the section width. There's aspect ratio. That's the second numbers after the slash, and then you have rim diameter in inches after that. So I need to know: is this like a 275 60 15? Is this like a 275 65 16? I need to know the aspect ratio as well.
Is it a 275 35 20?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that. 275 40 19. Still a stock 27 inch tire. You're going to be out of gear with a 410.
Well, that's a different guy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Jay Whitman.
Oh. Why did he say that?
I'm not sure. I think he's just trying to show that you need all of that in order to figure out what the overall tire diameter is.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you could get us the aspect ratio and the wheel diameter, I can tell you what's what. Brandon, Gen 1, would piston rods and oil pump gears reliably let me run 650 to 700 horsepower without concern?
Yes.
Relying on the fact that you are also using adequate octane, 650 to 700 horsepower shouldn't be an issue.
Correct. Strength-wise, that will not be a problem.
Yeah, your rotating assembly and oil pump gears being aftermarket should provide you plenty of headroom. You could technically run more horsepower than that, provided you have the adequate supporting mods, fueling, power, all that stuff. So do you want that one, or do you want me to take it? GT500 question.
2007 GT500, already tuned for 2.6 upper, 10% lower, VMP 67, heat range 6 plugs, off-road X. Would I need a retune after Cook's long tubes off-road X? Yes. Mainly.
So now we have to tell them why.
Yes, mainly because of cat overtemp would need to be.
Well, he says he already has an off-road X.
Oh, he already has the off-road X.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It wouldn't hurt to check it. Generally speaking, on that combo, you're going to go to a long tube. Your boost is going to go down a little bit because you're freeing up. You're helping it breathe. Sometimes with the fact that the boost goes down, but the air is flowing through the engine, you're actually going to lean it out some. So sometimes the air fuel needs to be looked at a little bit. There's a couple things that need to be changed in the tune. I would retune it, yes. Will it run okay without? Probably. I would still retune it just to be safe.
I have a similar opinion, but some differences. So the reason I would at least look at logs is because I see a lot of logs of people mixing up O2 sensors bank to bank.
Yeah, that one's true too. Yeah, a lot. That happens a lot.
In addition to that, I wouldn't be running a heat range 6 plug with a 2.6 upper and a 10% lower. I'd be running a heat range 7 plug, like
I didn't catch that. Good call.
NGK TR7. The 6s, I don't believe, are any colder than stock plugs.
But but it is a copper plug.
Yeah.
Assuming he's running a 4177 NGK 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'd go to a 7 heat range spark plug, regardless of whether or not you're doing headers and a retune. And I would at least send us a log, if not order a tune update. I don't know if we're the ones tuning your car or not, but
if not, we should
get with your tuner. Exactly. And then Timothy Can, 2019 Mustang with PP1. I want to put your Odin charger on it. What rear gear is best for the street? So is that PP1 auto or manual? And what is your ET mile an hour goal when you go to the track?
That one, 10 or 80.
Okay, so if you're 10 or 80, your best bet's probably going to a 315 or like a 315 rear gear. That's going to provide you the most headroom. A 331 or a 355 would be an acceptable solution if you
can make it work. Yeah, you could definitely make it work. I think 315 is going to work better though.
Yeah, exactly. So Keon, so is it 16 or 15?
275, 17.
60, yeah, but then he says 15 and then he says 17. 60, 17, that's a huge
you're
tire.
Right.
That's like a 29 or 30 inch tire.
Yeah, I think
so I'm going to
275, 60, 15 is a real tire. That's a Mickey Thompson.
So we'll go over to my handy dandy little calculator.
So this is math, and more math?
Mm-hmm. Matt likes how I name my sheets.
That's how I name them. Look at you, Joe.
I know, right? 275.
50. Or is it a 60?
It'd be a 60, most likely. And then what gears did he...
410.
So
he
he
has
has
a
410s
410.
now. All right, so let's see what that's like now. And we'll call the shift points 6700 because I don't know if it's stock engine or not.
Yeah, it's a GT500, so.
So
He's
he'd
gonna
have to put it in 5th gear and he'd still max it out with 410s.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at.
So
He would technically be in overdrive.
373s won't be good because you'll still be in overdrive.
No,
gear.
at that speed, I generally...
I'm just going down one by one. So
he's going to be the 31.
373s gets you 128 in 4th. 355s gets you 135 in 4th. 315s get you 152 in 4th.
Yeah, that'll work for what he's got right now.
And then I'll give you a 42 mile an hour 1st gear, 75 mile an hour 2nd gear, a 115 mile an hour 3rd gear.
And a 152 and change, plus tire growth, don't forget.
Yeah, and if he's only running 4th gear out, let's just call it 7,000 RPM, he gets 159 out of it.
So you're getting a 315.
Yep. 315 is going to be a good
if
gear
you
for
auto swap the car.
Yep, and if you maintain the same size tire you currently have of a assumed 275/60/15.
Which would be a 28-inch tire.
Yep. And we'll go
Because
back
I believe
to
they grow about an 8, or what they say, half an inch to an inch up at the top.
I guess it would depend on mile an hour and the weight of the car as
Yeah,
to whether
that is
or not they
true
grow
as
and how
well.
much. Joe
Shaleski?
Sorry. What are your thoughts on making the Gen 3 Coyote engines live at 1,000 horse? I've read too many stories of them blowing up. Thanks.
Oh, they could definitely do that.
I'd
It is
say
not recommended to run them there.
if you're expecting 1,000 wheel horsepower out of a Gen 3 Coyote, sleeves, rod pistons is your best way to assume that they're going to live at least a decent while.
People make 1,000. We just don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Unless you just don't care.
Yeah, if you don't care that it pops a stock motor, I mean, push it as hard as you want.
But there are little tricks you can do to make them live. Torque manipulation is the #1 thing. Just because you can, for example, just because you can run X amount of timing at 4,000 RPM doesn't mean you should.
If you want the engine to live a long
Right.
life,
It's all about managing cylinder pressure.
and pouring cylinder pressure in with engine speed as opposed to low engine speed.
Correct. So there are ways there are things we can do to help make them survive, but nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah. And with that,
we
end the show. And if you want to catch up with us on next week's show, it'll be same time next Tuesday. And if you just can't wait for next Tuesday, we'll have another show on Thursday, same time, 1:30. That'll be the Burnout Box. That'll be Justin and Rebecca most likely.
Yes.
And if you need anything else in the meantime, reach out to sales and support or reach out to us in tuning if it's actually a tuning specific question.
Yes.
We find that a lot of times people call and say they have a tuning related question. It's actually something the sales guys could handle.
Yes.
So if
Make
you're
sure they
asking to be
can't handle it
transferred to
first.
tuning, at least talk to the guys in sales. If they say, hey, let me put you over to tuning, that's the point in time in which you need to be going to tuning.
And then we fix it.
And then I'll do one more thing real quick. Keon Cohen, okay, my car goes to the shop in 3 days when it's completed. I will send pictures and finished product with time slips. Thank you guys
no
so
problem.
much. Awesome. Sounds good, sir.
Enjoy it.
And is there anything else?
Goodbye. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, if you guys didn't get your questions answered, reach out to sales and support or ask us next week.
I'm sure we can.
With that, bye guys.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Bye. We got stuff to tune.